We already got G6 archers for the archer players and in general for the players who are interested in archer gameplay. And it's always the question after the new heroes, is or are old heroes still good? How strong new ones are in comparisons to old ones, and I will try my best to answer all of those questions because, of course, for the free-to-play players, they want their G5s, G3s, G4s to be good enough even against the newest ones, and of course, spenders are interested because they want to know is it actually worth it to invest in G6 archer heroes, right? As you can see, I'm currently in Zone 3 still, getting quite a good amount of merits. I managed to play with my G6 archers in open field PvP. Also saw some reports which was done by my ally members, and I can honestly give you a better predictions and better thoughts regarding old heroes and G6, right? Today we're gonna compare G5 and G6 archer heroes. Those are the most important, right? So G5s versus G6, the biggest differences and biggest similarities, so we're gonna discuss. And of course we have Ruby, we have Kylan, we have Kolk, and we have Milra, right? So what these two generation of archer legendary heroes have in common? Well, first and most easy to understand is AoE damage, right? Ruby and Kylan can deal damage to 3 legions only from the first skill of the Ruby, but the fourth skill can deal damage to another target, additional normal attack. The Awakening skill can deal additional normal attack damage towards the target, and even for the Kylan, if I'm correct, Kylan also has the way to deal additional damage towards additional targets, right? And of course, that's the most important aspect of Ruby and Kylan in open field when there is a lot of troops around the battlefield. They can easily deal damage to multiple targets by the help of the, of course, follow-up normal attack damage, which is basically while you are moving, you can deal damage towards your opponents, whoever is around your range, and you won't gonna get a single counterattack damage back, which is really cool, right? Basically, with Ruby and Kylan, you can only move around and you're gonna still deal damage. I'm not really saying that damage will be huge, but it's a pretty nice gameplay, which we should always remember, right? Same thing has Kolk, right? But not in extent of Ruby and Kylan, right? Kolk can deal damage to 3 nearby legions, but we don't have a follow-up attack here. We don't have additional normal attack, so it means that Ruby and Kylan is better in terms of dealing damage to multiple targets. That's the way they are in general, right? And for Kolk, I think 3 nearby enemy legions dealing damage, that's basically good enough, right? Because we know that, for example, Milra can deal damage to a single target, but the skills and the abilities Milra has is a pretty unique if we are comparing to Ruby and Kylan, right? So in terms of dealing damage to multiple targets, that's for sure is the Ruby and Kylan's job, right? That's the must-have. If you like to play in war situations, you have to have Ruby and Kylan still good and will be good for a long time until we are going to get the next generation, which is prioritized to deal damage to multiple targets. At the same time, we know that Ruby and Kylan is a full damage dealer hero pair, right? We don't really see a single defensive buff, like 10% damage taken reduction, but most of the skills are offensive, right? Extra rage gain, the normal attack damage, HP bonuses to stay alive longer just to deal more damage. But in general, we know that when Archer hero pair doesn't have a healing, it's a little bit squishy, right? And that's where actually Kolk and Milra comes, right? And especially Milra comes in our debate, let's say like that, right? Because Milra has 10% variable healing, right? And Let me give you a small comparisons. We know how amazingly well Magrat and Zaida can heal, and Magrat has only 5% variable healing, right? Which means Milra and Kolk will be twice as tanky as Magrat and Zaida, which is really funny. So basically, Kolk and Milra will stay around the battlefield way longer than Ruby and Kylan. And because of that, they will deal a lot of damage. That's for sure, right? So 10%, I wasn't really expecting 10% variable healing on Milra's first skill, because I knew that 5 was still a huge number. But yeah, that's the difference which we are seeing here, right? Kolk is doing something similar with Ruby, but with less nearby legions damage. But Milra is doing something which Island does not have, right? Which is giving us a lot of time, lot of healing, and a lot of normal attack damage. 35% normal attack damage is a pretty huge number for a single hero, right? There is some hero pairs for the archers which doesn't even have 20% normal attack damage increase together. So this is the OP part of Kolk and Milra. 10% variable healing, 35% normal attack damage, and of course, even here, 80% more damage when awakened. So basically, this is the differences. Kolk and the Ruby and Kylan will deal more AoE damage. Ruby and the Kolk and Milra will be more tanky with a lot of damage, mainly to single target, but yeah, there will be some times when you're gonna deal damage to 3 enemy legions at the same time, right? So that's like the most unique styles of these two Generation 5 and Generation 6 legendary heroes. Now I want to speak about the biggest difference, right? Because the margins are really low here. There is a one aspect which is a biggest difference, in my opinion, between G5 legendary archer heroes and G6 legendary archer heroes. That's, of course, Warped, right? For G5, we have Wind Whistle, which is a really good Warped. Really good because you don't even have to get the third talent skill in order to full build this Warped. And yeah, this Warped deals damage. It needs time to deal some damage. It can also heal a lot with Advanced Chain Strike, but let's be honest, right? This is not like full damage dealing Warped, especially in open field, right? This is the control style of Warped, which can slow your march, slow opponent's march speed, which needs like 5 seconds to deal full damage. And I guess the best part about Wind Whistle is the Intense North Wind, which is a super good Warped skill. Crit rate, basically like 3 Blood Roar. You can easily have 3 crit rate skills on this Warped, which is viable in my opinion. And the best part, also second best part, you don't need the talent skill for the Wind Whistle to be good, right? This is the G5 Archer's best Warped in my opinion. And for the G6, we got Toxisaur, right? And this Warped is really interesting, I won't gonna lie. So we saw what Wind Whistle was doing, right? Some march speed reduction, dealing damage to single target, and you need some time to deal full damage. So let's see what Toxisaur actually does. Corrosion deals damage to 3 legions in total. Alright, that's 1. When you are getting healing from the innate skill, that's the first skill of the hero, which is Milra, you are getting healing increased by percentage by every stack. So that's 2, right? 2 amazing things. We are increasing our healing, and we are dealing damage to 3 legions in total. Now, let's move forward. You are gaining stacks, and those stacks deals physical damage every second, damage factor 2 per stack, lasting 5 seconds, maximum 15 stacks. That, my friends, is poison damage. So this one Warped deals damage to 3 legions in total while applying poison to them, which is a ticking damage. Like for 5 seconds you are gonna receive damage, and also it's increasing the healing of this Warped, of this hero pair, right? Where this Toxisor is actually uh, equipped. So I think Toxisor does too much things to be bad. I'm almost 100% confident that the biggest difference between G5s and G6 Archer hero pairs is the Warped. I believe Toxisor will deal huge amount of normal attack damage. Yes, my Toxisor is not ready, I know, but still I believe this is really strong Warped. I might say it might be one of the best Warpeds for the Archer gameplay. I was always looking for the poison damage for the new Archer heroes I wanted to have, like since I know that Gwenwyn has, but alright, they gave us the poison damage from the Warped and that will work, right? If Venomous Lizard is working in this game, then trust me, Toxisor will be super good, and I can't even wait to max this skill out and finish building Toxisor, because this Warped will be the biggest difference between G5, G6 and all the other hero pairs. I also got some report for you, which is really important to see. Yeah, this one. This is the report which our friend Ufi did. Let me show you the hero pair. Awakened Milra, Awakened Kolk, Unending Hatred level 4, the Exemplar one, 3-star Toxisor, a 3-star Advanced one, just 1-star Intense, Advanced Chain Strike, 3-star Chain Strike, 2-star Blood Roar, and 1-star Fatal Bite, right? And yeah, that's what the fight a couple of days ago, and let's check out how Toxisor actually did in this fight, right? Alright, you might say, alright, heroes did like Kolk and Milra 500,000, 273k damage from the Warped, 273k damage from the Warped, guys. What do you think? Is it low? Is it high? And 169k healing from the Warped, and Milra has 10% variable healing. Yes, this is the numbers which will be the biggest difference behind the G5 Archers and the G6 Archers. Kolk and Milra is really good. And what makes this hero pair even better is, of course, the Warped, which is the Toxisor, and I hope soon I will be able to build my G6 hero pair. I will use them, and I will be able to showcase and share how well and how good this hero pair is, especially in open field PvP. So yeah, that was the report which I wanted to share. Thanks to Ufi. Helping us so much. Our friend, we have been playing for maybe already more than a year together, and another archer slash cavalry archer main, which is also really interesting. And yeah, this is the report, this is the damages, this is the healing. Hopefully that's another example for you guys to believe what I'm actually saying. Also, the biggest question which we asked at the start of the video is G5 Archer heroes still good, right? Yes, G5 will be still good. G5 will be always getting you a lot of merits, no matter what. Yeah, there will be like some fights where Kolk and Milra will get you more merits, but in general, Ruby and Kylan will be always there. Ruby and Kylan, if you're gonna fight properly, will always get you 100k plus merits. Simple as that. Too much AoE damage, right? Like from the skill, deals damage to 3 enemy legions. At the same time, 1, 2, 3, 4 normal attack, extra normal attack damage, right? Like this type of hero pairs will be always competitive, maybe in like G9 or G10. I might have a different answer in terms of G5's competition, but yes. In 1 versus 1 fights, no way Kolk and Milra will win because of the variable healing, for sure. But in the open field PvP, against a lot of marchers who are fighting at the same place, and you have Ruby and Kylan, which can deal skill damage to 3 legions and extra normal attack damage to 4 marchers, and you can deal damage while moving. Yes, Ruby and Kylan can still compete. They will compete, and for sure that's the hero pair which you want to have in your hero pairs, because we always forget that in this game we can actually use 5 marches at the same time. So at the end of the video, I want to share the best builds for the G5 and G6 archers. First one, Ruby and Kylan, right? Roaring Rager will be the artifact, which is the perfect one of the most unique artifacts, because you can reduce the cooldown of this skill. The Warped is Wind Whistle, which we already mentioned, and I like this build order. Maybe you like it. If you like it, copy it, right? For the Awakening, you have to awaken Ruby. It's mandatory, amazing awakening skill. You can have Kylan as 5155, but I believe for the full potential, this 50% salvo damage is really good, plus 3 stacks. So you kinda have to awaken Kylan also. For the talents, this is the talent tree which I'm using for Ruby and Kylan. I really like Dedication. I'm just getting it on every single precision hero. So yeah, this is the talent tree for Ruby and Kylan. For G6, I believe the artifact should be Unending Hatred for sure. When you can see mine is only level 2 still. Really interesting stuff here, some unique skills such as thresholds, and you're gonna just execute your opponent, so pretty interesting artifact. For the Warped, yeah, already spoke about it. Toxisaur is the best Warped. It might be the best Warped for the Archer gameplay. And for the build order, Kolg, you have to awaken Kolg, not because the awakening skill is super great, just all the other skills are really strong. For Milra can be built in the same style as Magret 5551. That's for the free-to-play players, the first stage where you can actually have a good Milra. But if you have saved up legendary hero tokens, Awakening Milra gives you a lot of more damage in the Kolg and Milra gameplay. So, and yeah, of course, Kolg and Milra's talent tree. This is the talent tree which I'm using on Kolg and Milra. Still trying out different stuff. Maybe I will like something else, and I will change some stuff. But so far, I like it. Let's see more, right? It's still a new hero pair. So yeah, that's the G5 versus G6. G5s can still compete for sure, right? As always, if you like the video, press like, subscribe, share. It gives me more and more motivation to make more content for the game. I wish everybody amazing day, morning and night. We are going to see each other really soon. Bye bye and good luck.